Hello everyone and welcome to the feature artist interview of Indonesia International Piano Competition. Today we are going to be joined by the Aman Duo, pianist Hazim Suhadi and Celine Ayunda Meirani. Hi guys!
Hi! Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. So you just did a recording for us, which is all four hands pieces, which is like something that we haven't done yet here at Beethoven the Grand Festival. But before we start talking about that, I want to ask you guys a little bit about, can you give us a little bit of your background? Like when do you start playing the piano? Are you guys both like full-time musician now? If you can give us a little bit of some background.
You want to start first?
Sure. So I started playing piano since I was 4 years old, and my mother taught me how to play piano. And then after that, I enrolled to YPM Music School. I think it's when I was 6 years old. And then I just graduated from there in 2015. And from there, I'm just like active on accompanying the soloist. Either it's violinist, instrumentalist, or a vocal, or maybe opera, and what's it called? Choir. Yeah, so basically that's what I do, accompanying. And then I'm also teaching the music theory in YPM Music School. And in 2012, they enrolled me again as the
Oh, okay. So the teaching,
what is it called?
Grades? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know how to. Yeah.
Teacher training.
Teacher training.
That's what it is. Okay.
Pendidikan keguruan.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm back to student again for 1 year, and I had to do solo again. Yeah, that's quite terrifying. I mean, after 7 years.
For those of you guys who doesn't know, me and Celine actually went to the same music school like a really, really long time ago. So we've known each other for, I don't know, decades, I think, but
yes.
we haven't seen each other for such a long time. It's really good to see you again.
Well, after that, yes, I just continue my accompanying job. Yeah, so now I'm an accompanist and I'm a piano teacher and also theory music teacher.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, what about you, Hazim?
I guess we have a similar background. So I pretty much self-taught myself. When I was around 5 or 6, there was a piano. No one really played the piano in the family. It was just like a piece of furniture. And then I was like, okay, I want to, play on the keys. And like, I really liked it. And then, so that's when I started learning how to play the piano with a teacher. That was when I was 6 or 7 years old. And then eventually, come college, I went to the States and I did a double degree in, at first it was biology and piano performance.
So smart.
But in my third year, I dropped my biology because combining the two wasn't such a good idea, especially when you're doing labs and you have to practice 5 hours a day. I had no time for that unless if we had like 40 hours in a day, but we only had 24 hours in a day. So I dropped my biology, but then I changed it to French studies. So I did a double degree in French and piano performance. And then I continued with my graduate degree in Wisconsin, UW-Madison, for my master's. And then now I'm here.
Now you're here. So what do you do here now?
I mostly teach theory because that's where my passion lies. I really love teaching academic stuff because I love to think.
Don't we all?
It's a lot more objective than playing the piano, which can be really tiring.
Subjective.
It can be subjective and
sure.
tiring at the same time.
For sure. And then also you probably have more interactions as well, right? Because when you're teaching academics class, then you're not only doing one-on-one, but you have like more students, like more interactions in the same time.
Right.
And
more fun.
Right. Yeah. Because like you both seems like very social people. You don't seem like the regular pianists who just like sit by themselves, like in the practice room.
Right, we don't practice 5 hours a day, locking ourselves up. I don't think I can do that because I love people so much.
Okay, so that's really, really wonderful. And then so now you guys have a name. So it's you guys are the Aman Duo. So can you tell us about this? Like how you guys become a duet, and like when did you guys start playing together, and why do you come up with the name?
Okay, I think we started playing together in January of this year.
Yeah.
I think before then, we didn't really get to play with each other. I would see her play, and I really enjoy her playing.
And then
like
you just
all the time. And then
we
it's
should
like,
play together.
play together.
We should play together.
let's
Yeah.
come up-
That's
let's come up
always
with
the
a
best
program.
part.
Let's come up with a program. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So we did a concert together with two other pianists. So it's like a four-hand piano thing.
You mean eight hand?
Yeah,
Four hands
four,
and eight
and then
hands, yeah.
did we do six? I forgot.
Yeah. We do 6, but not with you.
Oh yeah. Well, we did 4, 6, and 8
8 hands.
hand
Hands,
piano
okay.
stuff.
Sounds really fun.
And then after that, Corona came, but then I was
Yeah.
like, hey, Celine, let's play something because I miss playing the piano
Mm.
because there wasn't any opportunity for us to perform.
Right.
So, okay, let's come up, with a
Yeah.
program. And then there happened to be a competition in Singapore. So, hey, let's do it. Let's, send in the registration and then just play it
Just
for fun.
play, yeah.
For fun. We're not really looking for something. We just want the experience.
Yeah,
That's
actually,
really-
we just practice just for our repertoire.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just make a more repertoire for our. Yeah.
We're building repertoire.
yeah.
And we came up with the name Aman Duo. In Indonesian, Aman means safe. I think it's more nuanced than safe.
Right, but the literal translation,
The literal
I
translation is
guess,
safe.
the safe duo.
But it's no, but it's
Literally.
more like you have this sense of
Yeah.
sereneness to it as well. Because every time we play with each other, I feel very comfortable.
Yeah, we're
You know?
connected like straight away.
We just immediately
Yeah.
connect. Like I want to do something, and then she immediately
Yeah.
responds.
Yeah.
And then she does something, and then I do the same as well. So
We doesn't have to think a lot.
right
What about playing?
because
right?
I hate thinking.
Wait, you just said that you love it.
Sorry, I mean with piano, it's harder than with academic.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I think that says something because of course, like when you play with other people, it's always nice to have somebody in the same. I want to say like
Frequency?
wavelength,
Yeah.
frequency, like same brain waves. Like it's nice to be understood without
Yeah.
having to explain yourself too much, I guess. And then I'm sure that safety also means like when somebody make a mistake, somebody else catches.
I think that's the main reason we called it Aman.
Because we have trust in each other.
Yeah.
Right, but that's always the best part too. Is like because I think in any chamber music situations, I think
Right.
you want to be
Right.
looked after. I guess that's the word. But let's talk a little bit about your program that you put together for us. It's very exciting. I
so
love
exciting.
it. For those of you who haven't watched the Aman Duo performance, please do so because they have really wonderful programming. And then, so you did a transcription of the Beethoven 7th Symphony, and then also a Beethoven Sonata for 4 hands, and one other piece that we're going to talk later. But let's talk about Beethoven first, our Men of the Year. So why did you guys pick these 2 pieces?
Basically, when we first what are we going
Yeah,
to
what we're
play?
gonna play,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. Immediately we thought about Symphony Number 7. I don't know why, because it's fun.
It was one of our favorites.
Favorites,
too, right?
yeah.
I mean,
I think it's one of everyone's
It's
favorites.
one of everyone's
Favorite.
favorites. I mean, you do have Symphony Number
Yeah.
5. Ba, 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 ba. Everyone knows that. But then, we want to explore, I guess, the gentler side of Beethoven, and I felt that the 7th Symphony really portrays that.
It's very positive
It's very,
too.
it's
A
very
major.
positive, especially during this time. I think it helps, with
Uplifting
Yeah.
people's spirits. Yes,
Exactly,
for sure.
exactly.
How does it feel like playing a? I mean, I think
the difference between the symphony and the forehand.
right,
piano
and also
piece.
just the fact that I think people back then have more experience in playing transcriptions of symphonies in their homes with piano, and we now don't even know that there is a transcription. Well, at least most of us usually don't do symphony transcription as part of our regular piano duet repertoire. So can you guys elaborate a little bit about that?
You want or you want me? Well, okay. Well, I mean, back in the days, people didn't have Spotify, they didn't have YouTube. So, I mean, obviously.
Right.
And then people, if they wanted to hear, Beethoven's latest works, latest symphony, they have to go all the way to the concert hall, which might be so far away. So that's why there were these transcriptions, so people could play at their house, at their home, and yeah, just perform in a small chamber setting, and people would enjoy it together with a cup of tea or something. So I think that's the history behind it. And then we're trying to bring that spirit back, you know, with the symphony is a really big piece, but we want to play it in a more intimate setting, you know.
That's really wonderful, especially because we can't go to concert halls right now,
Yeah, not
right?
now.
Not really. But what about the difference between playing transcriptions and like sonata written for the piano?
It's just a different energy. What do you think? For me,
Yeah,
playing the symphony, you need to have...
kind of similar, but the only thing that is different is the symphony has more sound.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, like the symphony.
more players too,
Yeah.
right?
So we need to recreate that atmosphere to that.
Two people playing 40 people.
Yeah,
Right.
two four hands playing.
Well, definitely, it was very different for me, different experience. When we played the four-hand sonata, I mean, that's specifically for the piano. So if you watch our performances, you can tell how we kind of made the sonata for four hands just a little bit more chambery, if that makes sense.
Yes, of course. No, especially considering textures as well, right? I
Yes.
think it's the same because with transcription, I don't think that you can't just like say, oh, I don't want the flutes. Like, I hope you would still want the flutes, even though it's not like, you know.
I mean, it's good that we play the transcription because we know where the instruments come,
Right,
where they come
right,
in,
for sure.
how do they interact with each other, and we have this kind of imagination in our heads. Like, we want to recreate that. I mean, exactly what you said. We want to recreate just the force behind it. But we also want to recreate the colors behind it as well.
For sure. It's really wonderful to hear you guys play. And then so the last piece that you guys play, which is like, I'm sure that
It's an earworm.
It's a big earworm, by the way, for everyone who's watching. Everybody has been humming this tune like ever since they've played it. So if you haven't watched it, you should definitely get in the zone with us and then like start humming the same tune. But it is the Corigliano, correct?
John Corigliano, living composer, American. And it was one of the gazebo dances. So it's a 4-movement set, and we played the second movement, which is like the scherzo, the funny movement. It's a waltz, but it's not a 1, 2, 3 waltz. It's more like what?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well,
Yeah, and then
eventually we
can't
are
count.
like, we give up on counting, and we just came up with our count.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for you to play that note, and then I'm gonna come in.
Yeah,
you know, like,
and you count 1, 2, 3, but I count 1, 2.
Yeah, I know, but I'm counting for myself.
That sounds like so much fun. I mean,
It's so much fun. A lot of negotiation between the two of us, but like in a fun way.
I think that's also the thing, right? When people think about playing chamber music as well, it's just like sometimes you forget that it requires a lot of social skills as well in order to create
Definitely.
a really successful performance. It's just like it's not just about the playing; it's actually about the relationship that you guys build.
Yeah, and I think we share the same energy.
We
you know?
we have the same energy, and we have the same. Well, I don't know. You already said it all. The frequency.
The frequency, definitely.
The nuance.
And how we read each other.
Yeah.
But also we have fun together. I think that's...
Yeah, it's like...
She's not sure.
You have fun with me,
No,
right?
100% sure.
I mean, like we would be so serious when we play, when we practice.
When we practice, was like we're serious, but
then-
when you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, outside of that, we're like, oh, I make a mistake, oops, and then like we just laugh, and then.
But when we analyze the chords or maybe the parts, we're super serious.
Yeah.
But then, you get that right. I cannot say anything, but you get that right. We don't explain. We just. I think it's going to be more like we just said this.
We know each other's intention.
And then we just play it.
And that's why like I feel so Aman with her. Like I feel so safe. It's like I don't have to explain myself.
That is so wonderful to hear. Do you guys have any more like? Is there any more like interesting pieces that you guys are working now?
I really want to do the Schubert.
Minor
sonata.
Yeah. That's the only piece that we haven't tried.
That I haven't tried with anyone. I really want to. It's a great chamber for hand piece by Schubert.
For sure.
Extremely beautiful, kind of long, but
Yeah,
totally
but-
worth it.
I mean, definitely so beautiful. I really look forward for the performance of that.
Me too.
But thank you so much for joining us today. Really, really enjoyed talking to you guys, especially since I know you guys from from a really long time ago, but it's really, really good to see you also, Celine, because it's been too long since we've seen each other.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, and thank you so much to everyone who has joined us today. Please stay tuned for more of our feature artist interview next week.